From this point forward, the international medical and political so-called communities could have reasonably started using vitamin D treatment preventatively and therapeutically, rather than sit and do nothing, wait for a crisis, telling these patients to go home until they're more sick, and then come back for emergency care that always results in higher mortality. So we could have taken action on this for more than a year, but the international medical and political so-called communities actively did nothing. They actively suppressed this information. Here's another study published in the British Medical Journal's Postgraduate Medical Journal 2020 November. This is a population of 40 patients with mild COVID-19 and vitamin D deficiency. They were treated with 60,000 international units per day to reach an optimal 25-hydroxyvitamin D level of at least 50 nanograms per milliliter, which is exactly the same as what I recommended about 10 years ago in a publication for the American Chiropractic Association. The beneficial effect included the fact that 62% of participants in the intervention group receiving vitamin D versus 20% in the control arm became COVID-19 negative within a period of 2 weeks. So that is showing you a direct antiviral effect of vitamin D against COVID-19. Again, that is showing you a direct and clinically important direct antiviral effect of vitamin D against COVID-19. Fibrinogen levels were also decreased. So again, patients receiving vitamin D3 experienced triple the improvement in terms of becoming negative for COVID-19, and we all have to agree that that's one of the major goals, is to make people virus negative so they don't have the virus and they're also not transmitting it. So here again was another international game changer that was actively ignored and suppressed by medical groups and politicians, essentially all of whom are paid by Big Pharma. My opinion is that denying this line of research, now confirmed multiple times by multiple international investigators, is a crime against all humans who are affected by lockdowns, travel, work, and leisure restrictions, and loss of income and the right to live their lives normally. So now let's look at why this can happen. How is it that we can confuse this topic in such a way that no one takes action? Let's look at JAMA 2021, February. 240 patients with COVID-19. They received a bolus of 200,000 international units of vitamin D3. So before we go any farther with this study, what do you think is the result of using a bolus dose of 200,000 units in acutely ill patients? What do you think is going to be the result there?